Well, hello again, guys, and believe it or not, a couple of weeks has passed. My apologies. I should be a little more on the ball, but life had a way of coming up and grabbing me by my gluteus maximus. So anyways, we're back on track. Today's lovely Pinterest activity here on Suck It Martha is going to be something that if you are a pinner, you've noticed probably about 4,000 variations of. It's crayon art. So let's take a look at all the items we're going to need for today's Pinterest activity. Can be available in dollar stores, Michael's, Walmart. You can find this in your kid's bedroom. Chances are they have some of these items. Let's take a look. Here are all of the items that we need for today's activity, all laid out nicely on the table. Let's start over here. Yes, that is Chuckles from Toy Story 3. He's here, as you can see, quite excited, I might add, to be doing this activity. He's holding your Sharpie that you're going to need. We also need a Yoo-hoo stick or contact cement. Any kind of glue actually works that I've figured out in the past. This, my friends, is duct tape. Fabulous things. We also need that. You're going to need canvases. Now, you can purchase actually these flat canvas boards for a lot cheaper at any art supply store, or like I said, Michael's. I think they're usually around about $5, which is a lot cheaper than spending about, 12 to 15 for an actual wooden wrapped canvas for what we're going to use. We're going to need some newspapers. Clearly, we're going to need lots of newspapers. We're melting crayons. This is what's going to happen. We're going to need some tissue paper. The crayons, the most important part. Oh, wait a minute. I spoke too soon. Here's the most important part. That's right, a bottle of red wine. Pictured, not pictured here is my hair dryer. And you're going to need a hair dryer as well. So here, now that we have pretty much everything all assembled, let's get it set up and let's start to do some crayon art. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is take out your canvas, take off all the plastic wrapping or whatever that's on it, and you're going to have to lay it flat on a nice flat surface and pull out your crayons. This is the non-exciting part. So what you're going to basically do is choose what kind of color scheme you want. Now keep in mind that while we are melting these crayons, all the colors are going to run together. So you want to try and pick colors that go well together. But now that I'm thinking about it, fuck it. If let your freak flag fly. If you want to sit there and mash a whole bunch of colors together so it looks like it's gray, who's to stop you? This is our craft. So what I'm going to be personally doing today is I've decided to kind of do a variation that I saw on Pinterest, which was melting the crayon and then adding some tissue paper to it to make flowers or whatever. So keeping that in mind, I've decided to kind of go with a green-blue theme with a couple of punches of color. Oh God, don't I sound so terribly hoi polloi? But we're going to take our crayons, assemble them in the way that we'd like them, and then we're going to just glue them down to the canvas. Very okay, so everything's glued. As you can see, the paper is still attached to the crayons. You're going to prop it up against something that's going to give you a half-decent angle so that when you start melting the crayons, the wax will drip down the canvas. Like I said, make sure you've got newspapers, because trust me, you do not want to be picking this out of your countertop, your carpet, your flooring, your dog, whatever. Okay, so here comes the fun part, the relatively easy part. You're thinking, since I'm holding the hair dryer, that is the next step. You would be wrong. Remember that red wine we had at the beginning? Let's go grab ourselves a glass of that, because let's be honest, most of us who are on Pinterest have the artistic ability of a dead ant. And so in order to get our creativity flowing a little bit, I don't think there's anything wrong with drinking red wine at 10 a.m. That's all I'm saying. Let's go grab that wine. I would like to just state for the record that I think every Pinterest activity should have listed in its items that you need wine or vodka or gin or rye or rum, or even those pre-made mojito mixes. Damn, those are tasty, tasty business, huh? Right, what we're doing. Oh yes, crayons. Okay, so it's going to get a little bit loud. I'm going to turn on my hair dryer. And what you're going to do is you're going to point them, stay close to the tops of where the crayons are. What you want to do is you want to heat that very, very well. Don't go like this, back and forth, because what you're doing is basically dispersing the heat that it's not going to melt in the way you'd like it to. So stay concentrated on one area. It will start to drip. Now here's where you need to really pay attention. Once it starts to drip, you are in control of how far the drip goes down your canvas. Now, if you want it to go all the way to the bottom, Great, keep hanging on to that hairdryer in that one spot. If you'd like it to stop, move the hairdryer away, because then the drip will actually stop, and it'll stop in the area that you'd like it to. I'm going to turn this on. It's going to be real loud. My apologies. Maybe I'll just do like a fast forward sequence so you can kind of see what's going on. Okay, here we go. See, it's all coming together quite nicely. You know who's not impressed with that activity? Safi. Safi hates this activity. Okay, so you've got your crayons, you've melted them, and they've dripped down the canvas. And now we're going to let them dry for a bit, because our next step involves actually flipping this canvas the other way, and we're going to add some elements to it. So here comes your creativity part. I hope you've been, keeping up with me with drinking of the red wine, because this is where things start to show. Remember all that tissue paper I showed you at the beginning with the essentials that you need? I need you to cut squares, strips, whatever you feel like, out of any color that you've chosen, whatever. Because what we're going to basically do is we are going to be making flower tops, which we are going to be putting on here. So, bunch them up like this. This is where we're going to be grabbing our Yoo-hoo stick, and we're basically going to be choosing places to put them on the ends of some of your crayon art. Okay. So what we've done is we've gathered up some of the tissue paper, and we've chosen random spots on this to glue our flowers. I'm not one for doing a lot of stuff all on one canvas. The rest of my life is busy enough as it is. I spend a lot of time putting a lot of everything everywhere. I don't need it on my canvas. Now you may choose to cover this whole thing. You might want to even damn well bedazzle the shit. I don't care. It's really up to you. The point of this activity is it's simple, it's easy to do, and it can be artistic. Now, last step. Remember that Sharpie I showed you that my friend Chuckles was hanging on to? This is very important. Anytime you do anything artistic, you should always sign your art. And la voila, instant crayon art. Took all of maybe 10 minutes tops to assemble, glue, melt, stick on the kind of tissue paper, sign the name. That's basically it. So let's talk about this. Where does this land on the scale of 1 to 10? Well, I would rate this, butter my ass and call me biscuit, it's an 8, because this actually works. It's fun, it's easy. My God, I would do this without my kids, just because it's very relaxing. The only person who was not too thrilled was, of course, my dear old Safi, because it makes a hell of a racket and probably hurts the dog's ears. So anyways, that's it for today. Check this out. If you have anything to add to any of the projects that I'm doing, you want to sound off about some of the stuff that I've done, you're interested in Pinterest, by all means, please welcome. I welcome all comments. Come visit me at my webpage, www.suckitm.com. You can also reach me on Gmail, suckitmartha1@gmail.com. And try and find me on Pinterest. I'm also there with a ton of activities. Lady Safi is my name on Pinterest. Anyways, until next time, guys, this is me signing off. Hope you had fun with this one. And I guess we'll see you next time. Oh, and save some red wine for me. Bye. I'm Wolverine!